Sound good,
sound
fool.
yeah, you sound pretty good. You got a little tonally, but it's not like
It's a little
noticeable.
tonally.
I mean,
Just a
it sound
tad,
good. It
not
sound
too
good.
much. So
How's that?
that's good. Do we have it yet, Boogie? On is a wild card weekend?
Huh? Shit, he put like sports something.
Check one,
Like the
two.
well, the reason I'm telling you because the episode's not on like YouTube. Like it's not on YouTube right now. That's what I'm trying to
Oh,
tell you. So
okay.
we need to get it on YouTube. Otherwise, it's not going to
Shit,
be.
I can't do nothing from here because he didn't tell me everything's supposed to be set up.
Oh, is Chris not here tonight?
Nah, he not. He on the
Nah.
road.
Does he have Does he have some sort of number or something?
A number. I
Like
don't think you'll be able to contact
like we
us right
can
now.
hit him with something because we can't go live. Basically,
Let me text him.
yeah, like this is something that you got to text him about. Like it's not like
Uh,
we can move forward. We're not live on YouTube live right now. We can't send the show out to anybody.
check the other things before we check
Wait,
Rumble.
I think it just popped up. Hope rings eternal. All right, you can start the countdown scene though, because this got us live just talking, I believe.
Okay, all right.
Welcome to Sports Sushi. Your chefs for tonight are Sports Plug Russ, serving up the spiciest sports takes of the week. Sterling Furrow, rolling the X's and O's into an analytical maki platter. And finally, the moderator who always keeps the sake flowing, DJ Slow Boogie. Now grab those chopsticks and get ready, because your order of fresh and raw sports sushi is up.
It's completely different. We'll talk about it afterwards.
All right, good. What's good, everybody? Another episode of Sports Sushi, another Wednesday. But check it out, man. Chris ain't here, so who's doing behind the scenes shit. These fingers here, and hopefully I don't fuck up too much because I'm gonna fuck up. So
we on CP time. We don't get fucked up. Chris not here. We on CP time.
We had technical difficulties and shit. You know what I'm saying? We was trying to get it set up, but hey man, look, we're here now, and that is really all that matters. So before we even get started, let's go ahead and get a word from our sponsor, the good people at BetStamp.
What's good, everybody? Today's podcast is brought to you by the good people at BetStamp, which is helping thousands of people win in sports betting for free. That's right, you heard me. Free. F-R-E-E. Free. All right? The same way travelers use Google Flights and Expedia to find the best prices, bettors now can use the same through the BetStamp app. When you place a bet, the odds are given by a sportsbook will determine how much you can possibly win. Even though you're betting at the same outcome, different sportsbooks will offer varying payouts, and the differences can be huge. We are talking thousands of dollars. But fortunately for you, the good people at BetStamp have your back, okay? So, BetStamp allows you to easily line shop for the most profitable odds across all sportsbooks. You can click on any matchup and instantly see the different odds that the game gives you, game lines, player props, and even future bets. Line shopping is the simplest way to find an edge in sports betting and maximize your chances of winning long term. On average, BetStamp users win an extra $1,000 and over yearly just by line shopping. You can't tell you that this is a fucking game changer. What's good, everybody? Today's podcast is brought to you by the good people at BetStamp.
All right. There we go. You know,
Bet responsibly, nigga. Okay,
yeah, it was kind of sloppy there, but you know what, man? Look, we got it going. Chris already commented. He said, "Oh boy, look, Chris, we're in good hands, right?
Hey, it's gonna work. It's gonna work.
As it can be."
You know, look, Boogie's using his strong hands.
he keeping the pimp hand strong.
But no, man. So check it out. So let's get into it here. A lot of shit happened this past weekend in the sports world, predominantly in the basketball world. But I would like to go ahead and defer this to my two guys, Sterling and Russ. We'll start with the Bronny situation, the Bronny scare. He got a what was it?
Cardiac arrest.
Cardiac arrest. Issue out there at USC. Apparently, he's they said he's in stable condition now. So, what when you first guys heard this, what do you guys initially think? Because I heard some wild shit, about this, like, how people were theorizing, the tinfoil hats came out. It was like, it's the vaccine, is this,
The people are fucking idiots. Now, he just had a cardiac arrest, like kids, adolescents, whatever you want to say, in that range of age group are like the most apt to have this happen to him. It's just a sad situation. Hope he gets well soon. Once I find out that he is well and is good, I'm pretty sure I'll have some fucking jokes for you. But right now, just get well soon, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing you think is like, you just hope the kid gets better, right? He's the king's son, right? Like, you don't want to. I don't want to see any athlete suffer from cardiac arrest, or family members, or people and just being a former athlete. You don't ever want to see somebody suffer like that. But at the same time, man, it's like, it's a real world out there. People are gonna have some real world suspicions and stuff like that. But you got to keep in mind, like, people have been having cardiac arrests at that age since time began. So, I mean, what's that?
Isn't that what Keontae Johnson had?
Yeah.
From
people,
Florida, TCU.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, it's a real thing. So, your thoughts and prayers go out to Bronny and his family. But, man, I hope that he's well enough to where he could play this season. I hope it's not one of those things where it derails his career in any kind of way. I mean, he's such a young kid, so much potential, regardless of what people think, whether or not he should be drafted in the first round or not. I mean, the kid he's got his whole life ahead of him. He's trying to carve out his own path, I appreciate that. Like, he's not trying to follow in LeBron's footsteps necessarily. He's trying to do his thing.
Trying to be Brian. Yeah. I would just say, I hope him the best, and I think the thing that scares us most is everybody watches basketball. Hank Gathers comes to mind, so we just hope that that's not a situation. If you don't know who Hank Gathers is, he's the guy that collapsed on the free throw line at a cardiac arrest and died on the basketball court. But so we hope that never happens to him. That's the first thing that comes to mind, which is why people get so scared. So, just shout out to Bronny. I'm glad he's doing better, and hope he can hoop. Yeah, pretty much hope he can get back to hooping, man.
All right.
A little sports sushi shout out to Bronny, man.
Yeah, amen.
Hey, but there are people out there saying that.
Yeah,
the vaccine, and that's a real thing too.
Those
people
people are allowed to be fucking idiots. They are allowed to be. That's a topic for a different day, but they're allowed to be
for
idiots.
sure. Sure.
You know,
I know if Chris was here, he would definitely be.
Chris will be on that, and he'd be chiming in right now.
Yes,
Chris probably has a tinfoil hat somewhere.
Oh no, Chris definitely.
Oh, you gotta do him like that, Russ.
No. Chris would probably tell me, "Fucking right, I do, Russ. It's right here. And here are the facts." And he'd probably try and lay out some facts for me, like, "Wow, this shit's going on." Like I believe that Chris not only has a tinfoil hat, but he would wear that motherfucker proudly and look at you like you are the one that's gonna be in trouble when the aliens come down. You saw the news today. Chris probably you saw the news.
I'll be honest,
today.
I share a lot of those same opinions, man, on stuff, you know, but me and Chris had a long 3-hour conversation in the jacuzzi one day.
Yeah, I remember.
Were there plants there?
Oh yeah. They had all the elements working that day.
Hey,
leave it at that.
Earth, wind, fire, water.
And I'll leave it at that. Hey, I'm still waiting to have that moment with you two up there. So we are long overdue for
anytime you get to the great state of Texas, let me know. I've been known to have a ball or 2 or 3, 4, 5, motherfuckers, 6. We can count to 10. God damn it, let's have fun.
That's what's gonna happen. All right, but look, man. But yeah, so not moving on, but
no, I was gonna say, can I get this out the way real quick because I know we're gonna get over a couple. I gotta get out my chest. There was a song made by the great Drake called "Can't Take a Joke," and I think that applies to the WNBA. My man Gideon, what is his name? Gideon. But the greatest prank joke that you could ever pull on a league was pulled on the WNBA. And y'all know what it is. When someone's fucking with you, a lot of times when they make fun of you like that, it's love. It's some love involved. And the WNBA, I just want to say this. If you haven't seen it, just go look up "Guy Takes a Nap" at the WNBA because of his sleep apnea. Shit is fucking hilarious. Yes, I know. Sleep apnea is not snoring. I mean, it's not falling out just randomly. It's snoring. Like it's the most hilarious thing ever. To the WNBA players, like, take yourselves less fucking serious, please. To the chick, woman, girl, them, him, her, whatever the fuck she go by, the one for the links that, "Why you shoot the ball, bro?" Because that shit was fucking funny. And no one goes to your fucking games because you take yourselves way too fucking seriously. Y'all don't dunk. Y'all play a slower brand of basketball. You play fundamental. It's like watching 16 Spurs teams play at the same goddamn time. And every time we try to give y'all some respectful shit or like be like, "Hey, man, why don't y'all lower the goals? Don't disrespect us." Dude goes to the game. He's highlighting the fact that, yes, you are talented, but this shit is boring. This shit is fucking boring. Like, and he's highlighting that shit with a joke to let you guys know that you don't suck at basketball. But your product fucking sucks. It's boring. We're sorry. You are some of the most talented women in the world. And you athletes, fuck it, not even those people. You're more talented. You're better than me at basketball. You're better at Sterling at basketball. You're better at Boogie. You're better at 95% of us at basketball. You're probably better at everybody at basketball except for the dudes that play in the NBA. Have I got that out the way? Because I know they're all going to sit back and probably say I can't make a jump shot. So have I got that out the way? Please, have I got that out the way? Okay, yeah, I got it out the way.
I'm sure you and me can make a jump shot, though.
I'm not.
Hands
hey,
down.
You know what? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just saying that's most of the time their retort is like,
for sure,
I can beat you at basketball. Hello, you're a professional that gets paid to paid to play basketball. Let me go get a professional man that plays basketball and then talk that shit to him. I'm just saying, from a consumer standpoint, it pissed me off to see y'all get so mad, ban this man from games. I mean, women, your game is trash to watch. It is trash to watch. College women's basketball is more exciting to watch than a WNBA
That's
game.
True.
Period.
How many times did we jump on this show and talk about women's college basketball versus the WNBA? The only time women got airtime on our shows, we talked about Brittany Griner.
We did.
You know what I'm saying?
We said her name right.
Damn
it. Hey, we're talking about sound effects. We said it right. Don't you do it, Boogie. Don't you do it. Deep down inside, he's like,
You know it's coming. You know it's coming. But it's the truth, though. Like, the WNBA, they're bad at marketing. They don't make the game. They don't make the game enjoyable for the consumer. Not basketball heads. We're just talking about the consumer.
Consumer.
Right? And so, yeah, like, and if you say anything about it, like, they're going to say we're homophobic, we're this, we're that, we hate women, we don't like women's sports, and all this craziness. And it's just like, the game is not fun to watch.
It's not. Like, they have great shooting. Like, they shoot better than
fundamentally. They're better than men fundamentally.
Yes, fundamentally they are better at basketball than men. You know why? Because the goals aren't lower and they can't just go dunk that bitch. And I want to say this because Shaq said it. A lot of people are saying it, and Candace Parker gets disrespected. And a lot of we're not saying it from a standpoint of lower the goal so you can dunk. We're saying it from the standpoint of, have you seen what happens when a woman crosses another woman over?
It's great.
Do you know how entertaining it would be to see a woman dunk on a woman? Y'all are more ruthless than men ever thought of being. Like, women are petty, they're grimy, and they're ruthless. In the competition, they're like, nah. It's like they are in real life, but it's like live to see. They hold grudges. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so if you put a goal at a height where they can dunk on each other, you would watch.
I vote for
you
that.
Would watch. Just because we would sit back and say, yo, Brittany Griner gonna dunk on Asia tonight, and we gonna see what happened. Asia gonna get hers back. Like we want to see that. We don't. If the NBA's goals were 12 foot high, guess what, nigga? We wouldn't watch that bitch. The reason why we watch that shit is because we know them niggas can do some shit we can't do, and that's fly. And I can dunk. So like when I'm sitting there telling you like shit, I want to see somebody that can do something I can't do. Vince Carter was amazing. Why? Because he was 6'7" and could do something I couldn't do. Reverse 360 windmills. I can't do that shit. Maybe a reverse, maybe a 360 time to time, but I can't do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he can score 20. So like, I think that like this whole experiment with what the guy did in his shirt will not be awake. That shit is hilarious. Like, they dug their own grave with that one. WNBA will not be awake. Like, why? Because y'all take yourselves way too seriously. The man called Karl Anthony Towns on the fucking phone. Like, what more do you need to realize? Like, yo, man, maybe we need to chill out. Like, I just take yourself less seriously, because like you're good at when no one's challenging. They had the whole campaign, we can play too, because people were like, girls can't play basketball. No, you can play. You can play. Now you need to learn how to monetize it so we want to watch the shit. We're not asking you to go out there in thongs. We're not asking you to go out there and twerk like the booty basketball league. They got their own lane. We asking you to go out here and mimic what makes everybody watch.
I'll second that. There's a few of them.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to see every WNBA.
Not every. No, not
I
every.
said a few of them.
Yeah, I gotta go with Sterling. A few.
There's a couple that I would, but I don't want Alvin Kamara to beat me up. I don't want Alvin Kamara to beat me up, but there's a few. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But that you would love to see. But anyways, yeah, I don't want Alvin Kamara to punch me in the face, man. I'm a fan, Alvin. Don't beat me up.
Look. We said it before. We're simple people, man. All we want to see is just people touching pine, getting crossed, touching pine, and getting punched on. Not punched on, but getting yammed on. That's all we want to see.
9 feet.
Yeah, and some shit talking.
Could you imagine how crazy the crowd would go if you had a fast break and Kelly Plum for the Aces banged on some non-expecting woman that was trying to play defense? We would go nuts. We already love Plum. We love the Plum already.
It's not socially acceptable to say woman in that context. You should say defender.
On to the next one for the haters.
I had to.
On to the next for the haters. Women love you. Don't take that shit so personal.
Let's talk about the Jaylen Brown contract. We got a lot of shows
let's talk about it.
So Jaylen Brown.
Can I just say the number? Oh, go ahead.
Jaylen Brown just inked his deal, an extension with the Boston Celtics for what number, Russ?
$303 million. If you want the exact number, it's 303, 734, 891,000 million dollars, zillion, gazillion, trillion. They should have never gave that nigga money. He can't dribble more than 7. No, I'm joking. No, that's an X. I praise him. I'm gonna get the breakdown. For you because the breakdown is even more nuts. But now he got paid a lot of money.
Is it front loaded or back loaded?
Oh, the backload is crazy. I'm about to look it up for you. But me and my homie were making jokes last night because let me make this clear. The market's the market. So whenever a player can get paid, I'm with that shit. I'm with all y'all getting paid as much as you can. I watch soccer, so run it up. Now, with that being said, jokes will be made. Y'all paid $303 million for a nigga can't dribble? and we got every playoffs. We got to talk about this, man. He can't go left.
So,
man, I'm not gonna lie, Sterling. I would have to tell him, man, I gotta take away about $100 million, bro. If you can't go to the left side of the floor, bro.
So I got the breakdown. You want the average annual on this one?
You can do the average annual. I know it's like 60, 50,
and
60,
20,
60, 60, 70.
Yeah, so it's in 2024 it's 52, 25, 56, 26, 60, 27 is 64 million, and 2028 is 69 million.
Bruh.
That's a bag. And let me ask you guys a question though. So we know Jaylen Brown's a good player. He's going to turn 27 years old, etc. But are you paying that if you're the Celtics? Because I'm not.
Okay, here's what I'll say this. I will say yes because all the jokes aside, it's the market. So, like what? Here's the question I asked you because I find it interesting when someone says, I'm not going to pay in the market we have today. So what would you have done? What would you have? Not, and I'm not trying to be like, what would you have done, Sterling? I'm like asking from the other perspective, another side, like what would you have done instead of paying your second best player the rate that it goes to pay a guy like that?
So this is why I look at it. In context of the Celtics, it'd be one thing if it was like Tatum, Brown had this great chemistry, and they it'd be like Luke, a point guard to a center, a big man.
Yeah.
But you're paying two guys that play the exact same position, the same. And I think, the Nuggets have shown, or they did show, and I think, the Bucks were before that, is like the days of the big three are over, in my opinion. And I think you're gonna win a championship with depth. You need two solid superstars in depth. Now, I just think that they could have. I just wish they would have done it a different way. They would have got something that maybe more accented Jason Tatum than having the replicate of Jason Tatum in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Who would you? Now I understand completely what. So you're basically leaning towards like you would have dealt him or told him you need to get you at a lower number so we can get someone else, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So my next question would be, who would you? Because I'm interested to find out who would you trade for. He's a hot commodity. So who would you have traded for on that team to replace Brown?
Yeah, so I would have done my best to get Dame Lillard. I think you put a leader point guard with Jason Tatum and Kristaps Porzingis, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you can get that done, and then it frees you up because you don't have to pay Damian Lillard $304 million or whatever the contract
was. He already
getting
paid.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's not ideal. I get why they've done it. I just feel like in my opinion, where the league is going in terms of what actually wins.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see a renaissance of bigs. We're going to see teams that they're going to have to be big. And now, so they went and got Porzingis, but you let Grant Williams go. He was a tweener for sure. But, teams are you got to play defense now, man.
Yeah. I think, and maybe me and you are biased because like Grant Williams just fits like the Mavericks perfectly. So we love the fact that they let him go. This is where the phrase "two things can be right at once" comes into play because I don't disagree with what you're saying. Like what you're saying is not something that makes me go, oh. Where I come from is, I guess I would say, to me it seems safer for if I was to say, okay, we've been to the finals with these two guys. What I need to do, and this is my own opinion, if I'm up there, what I need to do is find a way to get the ball out of these guys' hands so much to where we have jokes being made about because Jaylen Brown can dribble. Like when I make the jokes about him losing the ball, it is strictly jokes because he can dribble. But those of us who watch a lot of like high level basketball, those of us like Sterling who played know that when you play against high level competition, you can't be just dribbling the ball all over the place. Someone's gonna find a way to pick it loose or fuck up your rhythm. So they need someone on the court, and I want to. In this comparison I give is a loose comparison, but it's one that comes to mind immediately in my head, and it's what you had in a dynamic when Earl Maynard used to get on the court with KD and Russell Westbrook. Earl Maynard by no means was like, oh my God, blow you off the like, but he was a real point guard. And what he did was made sure the shit I complained about Russell Westbrook about, he made sure that didn't happen, because when he got on the court, he said, I'm going to distribute. So therefore, you guys know when you get the ball, you shoot. When you get the ball, you shoot. Because I think one of Jason Tatum's biggest flaws, one of the biggest problems with the Celtics with both these guys, and what you bring up is they're both in the same situation, is they expect both these guys to play point guard at random times.
Right.
And it's like, you need someone to organize the team and someone that's going to do that full time. Marcus Smart kind of took it in his own hands a little too much. So I kind of agree with the trade-off there, even though he's kind of like the soul of the team, quote unquote, which I really don't think he is. I think he's just like, this team is making changes. But I would have kept him, but I think we have to watch and see, because I can't totally disagree with what you said. But I do think if it was me, I would have paid him. And I'm looking to a point guard on the team, like, okay, which you may be right. Yeah. They may put them out there and do the same shit.
Let me throw another name at you. You tell me how it hits you. Shay, SGA, how's that hit you?
Like, as far as
if you were
trading Jaylen Brown?
Yes. How's that hit you?
Absolutely.
Don't you think that would be a better fit?
Absolutely. But if you're the Oklahoma City Thunder,
because think about it.
I'm asking you.
Okay.
I'm asking you if you're not the Boston.
Right.
But if you're Oklahoma City, do you do that? If you're Oklahoma, if I call you and say, "Hey,
it
you want
depends
Jaylen Brown for SGA?"
I got an answer for it. It depends on what you believe in, Josh Giddey. Right?
I believe everything in that white boy. I'm sorry, if
Josh Giddey
he's nice, and he plays point guard. Like, he's what I'm talking about. Like, so he's a guy that when it comes to a point when the Thunder are good, if they keep their nucleus together and everything happens the way they want, they're gonna need someone that says, Shay, you get the ball. Chet, you get the ball.
Yeah.
They're good, and like, that's what's missing in today's NBA to me. The big man, yes, but that can be solved by get your big ass down there and work.
Right.
The real point guard is dead. Like, it's like the running back in the NFL. Like, no one wants an orchestrator of an offense anymore. They just want 5 guys that can hoop. And then when shit gets like stuck and they're out of rhythm, they wonder what the fuck is going on. Like, it's because you don't have a fucking brain.
So I think Jaylen Brown will be the perfect complement to Lou Dort, because Jaylen Brown gives you the offensive punch and he can lock up too. But Lou Dort is one of the top five best wing defenders in the league right now.
They would be nice.
They'd be nice. They're already nice. And what they've done in the draft is they're killing it.
I like that. No, I like that. But the thing to me is, I'm not even thinking it from Boston's standpoint. Yes. From Oklahoma standpoint, I'm saying, fuck you. I got Williams. Like, I ain't giving you no.
Yeah.
Like, I have the best young talent in the league right now, all on one team. We're just young. That's all, and Chet's not big yet, which I think Chet may be better than Victor. We can go over that another day.
Yeah, I fuck with you on that.
I'm just saying.
I miss these conversations, man. I miss these conversations.
We here. The people. They miss it too. Oh, remember to like, subscribe, hit that bell if you haven't already, because you know Sports Sushi's always giving that sushi on the road with a little bit of wasabi. I had to. I'm sorry. We can't hear you,
Boogie. We can't hear you, dog.
Oh, he's offline. That's okay, because I got the show.
So before he comes back in, though,
go ahead.
Were there any discrepancies with the Madden ratings that you weren't feeling?
Ooh.
I know that's not a topic on the show.
Okay. Damn, I had a question for you. So real quick, can we? I wish we could write. Can we write that down? Okay, we can go over
table that one.
We can talk about the next week, because we got to Madden ratings, but we didn't get
into none of this shit. Like, we didn't really get into like Sterling. Hey, no, I've been playing the beta like for gameplay purposes. Like, you seen my TikTok. I know you've seen the talkie-tiki of the TikTok. So I've been playing it. So like, we can get to it next week. I will say this: I think that some of the ratings are weird, but as a FIFA player, I think I know what they're doing. I
would love to hear that next week. I would love.
Yeah, I think as a FIFA player, and not I know what they're doing as a FIFA player.
Okay.
Like I know what they're doing, which is and to the Madden people, it's a good thing. It is a good thing. Whatever happens.
I want to hear that next week.
What happened? Are we off stage or on stage? What's going on?
Are we good?
It just did a little initializing and we back. But no, so this day in sports, I'm not sure what's going on my screen. The little boxes pulsating and shit like that. So what do we got this day in sports? So I can go back to the dynamic screen.
All right. So on, my bad, man. So let's get to the on this day in sports. Let me get it real quick. Okie dokie, hands and smoky. All right. So on this day in sports in 1984, MLB famed pitcher from the champion at Oakland. Let's just. On this day in sports in 1984, pitcher Vida Blue. He's a famous pitcher from the late 1970s Oakland Athletics, who won 3 World Series. He was convicted on cocaine charges. So, y'all already know.
James say cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I wasn't gonna leave on that, but I'll say this. Of course, in his career, he was, like I said, he was more like the mid late 70s when he had his prime. Great pitcher. If you don't know about him, go look him up. VIDABLUE, like the gang. You know what I'm saying? But basically, I'm gonna put it to you like this: he got convicted. He was supposed to serve a lot more time, but he only got 3 months for about a tenth of an ounce of cocaine. I will say this in closing: the DA said this, Mr. Blue. Were it not for the fact that you cooperated with the government in this case, your sentence would have been much more severe, said the magistrate. I'm going to call him Gunna Blue. Now, that happened on this day in sports. A man snitched and got suspended. All right, now, let's get it on to the next.
All right.
Is that Darryl Strawberry Sr.?
Oh, shit. Hey, you know what? You know what? I'm not going to lie to y'all. I think Darryl did crack. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go on next.
Darryl Strawberry did a lot of shit, bro. And
Strawberry
crack is definitely on that list.
But can I say this though? Darryl Strawberry and Lawrence Taylor and Lamar Odom, there might be some others, but that we know about have shown you
Ricky Henderson
have shown you can get max deals on hard drugs.
You know, and while we're on the subject,
they've been stealing all the basics.
But is crack what is it called? What is it called? Steroids?
You goddamn right it is.
Isn't it a performance enhancing drug? It is.
You goddamn right it is. All crackheads I seen them steal shit and they be running with infinity.
Ricky Henderson stole the most bases in MLB history. How do you think he was moving that fast? That nigga quick crack.
Lines.
Lawrence Taylor was stronger than everybody. Everything. Yes, he was stronger than everything.
Doc Ellis was on acid and pitched a no-hitter.
Ooh.
So
are you serious?
Lamar Odom was on crack.
So this is
how do you do that,
man?
Okay,
hey, that's a hell of a drug.
All right, so read the story out. So the dude played for the Pittsburgh Pirates. This was like in 1970. He was playing in Los Angeles, hometown guy. So he goes ahead or playing near Los Angeles, drives home for a party, takes some acid, forgets time, and it was like, oh shit, I have to pitch in like a matter of 4 hours. So he tries his damnedest to sober up, but no avail. This motherfucker pitches a no-hitter. I believe it. And did not remember shit. So hold on. So the motherfucker was just like, I remember the quote from the story. He said his only regrets was that he did not remember the greatest game he ever had in his career because he was fucking pitching to elephants and
you know was wanging. He was pitching for his life. Like the elephants and demons are probably tough. You missed this strike, we're gonna fucking kill you. And he's probably like, oh shit, he's probably throwing gas.
All right, so
they were probably pointing to say, throw it here. Here.
Hey, yes, guidance.
So okay, here's one of the quotes.
He's probably gonna pinch his mouth.
All right, so here's some quotes from the story. So he says,
Okay.
I started having a crazy idea in the fourth inning that Richard Nixon was the plate umpire. Then he says, and once I thought I was pitching the baseball to Jimi Hendrix. This motherfucker was tripping.
Lit. Now imagine,
but it wasn't smooth. Acid. It wasn't smooth by no chances. Like he walked like 8 players. He hit one, and he allowed like 4 stolen bases. But sending that bean over the plate, yeah, he was locked in.
I mean, he played like a motherfucker fucked up.
Hendrix.
Yeah.
So I want to ask y'all, could y'all only imagine what Lawrence Taylor was seeing in the Super Bowl?
Oh, man.
Ain't no chance. Lamar Odom thought he was guys. Lamar Odom thought he was Scottie Pippen. For a good like 2 or 3 years, he thought he was Scottie Pippen because he was playing with Kobe. Kobe looked like Jordan. Lamar Odom on that crack. Chloe got him gassed up, battery in his back. Woo! I mean, his candy and getting double doubles, nigga. What's up? Like it is a PED. It is a PED.
Man, we
should
candy
for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I guess we should try it on the show. We should just do
it.
I'm not gonna lie. That's one thing. Hey, I might talk a lot of shit, but I'm gonna tell the people right now. That's one.
Okay. I got a question for
you. No cocaine. Don't do it.
Okay. I got a question for you.
I do not ride the Magic Dragon.
Have you tried shrooms?
Yes. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Right.
Fucking awesome.
Right.
Shout out to my homie NC Keep Up that had to listen to me give the Nate Peterman call. Bro, that was the funniest shit ever. Okay, quick story time. So like I had took some shrooms. I had took like a grip of them hoes, you know what I'm saying? Cuz
not just one, a grip.
A grip.
For those of you out there, that's
I'm
more
talking
than
3. I'm talking about like an 8. Like I'm talking about 3+ grams of them hoes was down. And my homie DJ MC Keep Up, he was with me, Boogie. So me and Keep Up be kicking it. So like we was just kicking it, and we was watching the Texans game. This was when y'all had Peterman, bro. Funniest shit ever. I'm in like another galaxy. I couldn't even tell you where. I'm like in a Marvel movie. Like this shit is crazy. And like Nathan Peterman comes in, and I'm like, oh shit, here comes the Peterman, which is the birthday of the Peterman, and literally if you go back and watch Nathan Peterman comes in for Houston and blows it like he blowed it like Lena blew Jason, bro. Like that shit was fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I said that, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he blew it like totally, but the whole time I'm calling it like the whole time. But if you know me, like I fucking hate Nathan Peterman. Like he's like the. I'm not gonna get into why I don't like him, because you know what I'm saying. Some people may not like why I don't like him. Yeah. I might get called racist, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna say, I don't fuck. Hey, Nate Peterman, I don't fuck with you, but you can come on here and talk with us about it anytime. Like the way you kept a job is amazing. You better than Tommy for sure. But yeah, it was just dope.
All right, so
don't do powder though. Don't do powder.
Yeah,
in any form. Don't be freebasing.
Don't do that either. All right.
Don't do heroin either.
Yeah, anything you gotta kind of, do it. It's not my thing. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the next subject.
They got the message. They know what the stuff is that you shouldn't do. Don't be doing these opioids. Don't be out here doing this white stuff in powder form. The shit probably stepped on. So you need not do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? You probably snorting that Bobby Brown. And it's probably Fenty. Now I ain't talking about Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
We got 45 minutes. We ain't even halfway through the show. So let's go ahead.
Cause that's what we do, Chris. You like live with this, nigga. Chris is gonna be like an angry Airbnb person. Like, you niggas can't be destroying my shit, nigga. What the fuck? I'm being that bitch.
In all fairness, it's been a couple weeks since I've been on. I haven't been traveling. So we're catching up. We're just catching up. So if we don't get to,
the people love it.
If we don't get to every topic, we'll add it to next week.
Chris, So yeah, Chris, stop all that. All right, we got this.
We just catching up, bro.
Catching up, bro. That's all.
Catching up, dog. Catching up. You know what I'm saying? And everybody gonna like us for catching up.
You know what I'm saying? So look,
Don't do cocaine, please.
Don't do cocaine. All right, look, man. So let's get to the next subject here. We got college football. Locker room.
What's up?
From FAMU.
I'm sorry,
that was crazy.
Yeah, hold on.
That was crazy.
Hey, for those that don't know, as college football season comes, I will start getting louder and louder and louder. Hold up, go blue! One time for my nigga Sterling, right quick. You know, I'm not gonna do it. Because I hate you. He's a Georgia fan, y'all. Yeah.
I got it on today, but I got the Rockets. But you know, this ain't those.
He got every right to brag now.
I don't brag, so I'm not. You know, that's that.
I'm just saying, you got the floor if you want to, you know.
No, he knows he does. That's what he does. No, that's what makes me like. I want him to brag, but he won't because he knows I want him to. So he won't. I'm like, over here talk shit, but he's like, nah, we're on top of the mountain. We're better than you.
No, it's not that. It's just that me is I'm not a trash talker. I'm not a bragger. You know,
Are you a trash talker?
I can talk trash. That's the difference.
If I start getting live about the Cowboys, you will for sure.
I gotta defend myself. I got a right to defend myself. That's all I gotta say. Right?
You just hate the Cowboys more than anything else.
No. I don't hate the Cowboys. It's
you
like
do hate the Cowboys.
I just don't like the fan base. Russ is probably the only Cowboys fan.
That's fair.
That I can really like.
I'm tired of being the only Cowboy fan.
Dog, I'm sorry, Russ, but dog, it's the truth. Like literally,
it's true.
You're the only guy
they're
that
annoying.
sit there
They're so annoying. God,
we gotta do better, y'all. We gotta do better.
It's like this. It's like
you're like the model Dallas Cowboy fan. Like really and truly, like you're the model one.
Like, yeah, like he could be real about it. But here's the deal. Here's what I don't like about Cowboys fans is that they always want to bring up the past because they ain't done shit lately, but they always want to hang their hats on the 90s, which is cool. But we are far beyond that.
Hold up. Can I defend?
No, you cannot.
Yes, I will. No, not can I. God damn it.
Please don't. You're in our good graces and you're going to ruin it right now.
No, I'm going to say, but I'm going to explain to you guys why we do this. And the reason why we do this, and some of us only live in the past. Me, I shout out the past. I love our 5 Super Bowls, but I also be like, yo, motherfuckers, y'all need to get something done now because this shit is getting stupid. But we have to because championships last forever. Okay. And if you can't appreciate the championships that you've had, then what are they won for? Like the only people, and this is not a shot. I swear, Sterling, this is not a shot.
Hold on, before you say it already is, and I'm offended because when you got come up, it's only the Bills.
It's not because I just thought about it when I was about to say, I was like, fuck, the Bills haven't won in a long time, haven't won. You know, so I'm sitting there like, fuck, it's gonna come up as a shot because I'm gonna say the only time that you really hear people hating on the Cowboys is people that haven't won at all. And it's like when we talk shit, San Francisco 49ers.
That's a shot at all. You know the Bills ain't won shit, and I don't talk shit.
I'm not saying you per se, but I'm saying as a Cowboy fans, most of the people that talk shit to me, or most people I see on Twitter and the internet and shit, are people that are like, dog, you're a Lions fan. Or like, bro, like you're a fucking you're Broncos fan or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you haven't won in a long time too, even though they won in the late 2000s. Like you're a Texans fan. I try to say, but you're a Texans fan. The Texans fans I know that don't talk shit to me, cool. To the ones that I know, you're a Texans fan. Like, bro, you are the epitome of an empty trophy case. Like Browns fans, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we can go team for team. Titans fans, would you please shut the fuck up? Like, your claim to fame is a running back and falling 1 yard short in the Super Bowl. Please stop talking to everybody.
No, we get that, but we ain't talking. We ain't talking about. We're talking about the Cowboys right now.
No. I'm saying, but like, that's why the Cowboys bring up the Cowboys are the only team in sports that are not allowed to bring up our past successes.
Sure. No, you can. It's allowed. I just think there's some in that fan base that take it to the extreme. To where like if you want to point out, I've done this. I've pointed out some things about Dak Prescott, you know, statistically or what I see in all 22 review, and they get mad. And it's well, you're a Bills fan and Josh Allen sucks and you guys lost 4 Super Bowls. It's like
I'm gonna say this though, to any Dallas Cowboys fans that says you wouldn't trade Dak for Josh Allen in a fucking millisecond, you're stupid. Because I've been the one to say, if you replace the Dallas Cowboys quarterback position with any of the other top, we say Dak is what, a top 7 quarterback? You know what I'm saying? We say Dak is a what, top 7 quarterback?
7 to 10, that's fair.
Yeah, you replace him with the top 6. Cowboys are winning a Super Bowl, and not winning a Super Bowl. They're running away with that motherfucker. That's why
if they have Jalen Hurts, are they winning the Super Bowl?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't think so.
You don't think?
I don't think so.
Jalen Hurts was playing with CeeDee Lamb in college. They beat Texas 2 to 11. It was just.
Wait a second. First, I was like, okay, we're going somewhere, but you're a Sooner, so you're biased to Jalen Hurts.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I don't think
that'd be my love dream. I would love that more than anything. I would be in this bitch alive. Like,
okay, so here I got something for you.
Use a different guy.
I got something for you. If Dak Prescott played in that Super Bowl, the Eagles would have won. Dak Prescott is a better thrower of the football than Jalen Hurts. He is.
You know what? I have to say,
Dak on that team in the Super Bowl would have beat Mahomes.
Tell
me I'm wrong.
I have to say this. I disagree, but we won't know the answer to that until the season plays out.
But come on, go with the hypothetical.
Because the reason why I say I can't disagree with you is because during the football season I was screaming. The problem with the Dallas Cowboys is Kellen Moore. I can't stand Kellen Moore, and I can't stand offensive play callers that call plays like they're playing Madden, not like they're playing a real football game. And so, like, when you say that, the first thing that comes to my mind is, if he did have the Eagles play calling, like, he might, he probably would win that Super Bowl. But he doesn't, and he doesn't have the talent to overcome that. To me, Jalen Hurts has the talent to overcome everything, because I think at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts is going to say, because he outplayed Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts has the ability to say, guys, we're going to do this shit, bro. Like, right. I think Dak's problem to me on Dak's side is he does what he's told too much. Like, I think Dak knows at certain times, like, man, this shit is not, like, he could have told Kellen Moore, like, I don't think this shit going to work, but he didn't, because he respects
That's not who Dak is, though. He's the ultimate leader. He's probably one of the best leaders in the locker room. Now, Young Truth 28 made a comment, said that Dak Prescott is not better than Jalen Hurts. And I'm going to tell you that I think that Dak Prescott is a better thrower of the football than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has only played well for 1 year. Dak has played better longer. So I would say that Jalen Hurts has a higher ceiling, right?
I don't think
Jalen Hurts is that much way better than Dak Prescott. Like, I know it's fun to shit on Dak Prescott.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Is. Yeah.
But like, Jalen Hurts is not. If we look at the tier of rankings, Jalen Hurts 4th, 5th, 6th best probably. I'm not saying you know what I'm saying? Like, after this 1 year, everybody's trying to put Jalen Hurts up in this pedestal. And just think about it. The Eagles defense has 70 some odd sacks. They didn't play any top quarterbacks. They're
we played the AFC South. Boogie,
outside of Dak Prescott,
we played the AFC South and a bunch of bums.
Now we just got the green light from Chris. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, we're gonna extend this one. No, I'm messing. No, but so
it's fire. But can I say this to Sterling real quick? I think what happens when we start to have these conversations, and I want people to realize this as they watch Sushi, because we say one person is better than the other person is not trash. So neither of these guys are trash. You can't win 12 plus games in the NFL at quarterback and be trash. Sterling knows what I mean by this is I so desperately as a Cowboys fan want a guy that's going to come through when it matters most, and Dak has not shown us that. Jalen, which is why I think he chose Jalen has shown us that he will come through. Y'all know, I would trade everything on the Dallas Cowboys roster for Lamar Jackson in a second. I think that if the Dallas Cowboys had Justin Herbert, they'd win. I think if the Dallas Cowboys had what's his name? I'm losing.
Russell Wilson.
No, we're not. No. We can talk about Russell Wilson, but he's
it's a great segue.
Well, Russell Wilson.
Topic here.
Go ahead.
Russell Wilson.
We can talk about this all night. We
can talk about Russell Wilson because, he is with the next topic. It does. Come up. We can talk about him because he's got a lot.
Let's go to the next topic. So my boy Russ picked out this topic earlier this week, and I think it's a great one leading into the season. OTAs and camp is right here. So he has a question of which QB heading into the season has the most pressure to win, and the answers you can go so many ways with this.
Bro,
Right.
so many ways.
So many ways.
So many. We got. Go,
My pick is Russell Wilson.
That's a great one. Boogie, I said that was a really good one in my head because I had a couple of them, but I said Russell Wilson's is good because if Russell Wilson does not perform, his starting days are over. Like, he's not just performing for the Broncos to do good, but if Russell Wilson does not perform at a high level and get this team to, let's say, the playoffs, maybe second round, I think at least the playoffs, like, they're going to look at him like, you're not what we need anymore. He may get one more year, but he's basically done. So I think he's under a lot of pressure. So I do agree with that. I got another guy that's under a lot of pressure that people don't really talk about. But who you got, Sterling?
I'm going to say Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson's under a lot of pressure just because, his availability hasn't been there. And now that the organization, went and got him weapons, if he doesn't have a great year, I think, there's going to be a lot of skepticism coming his way.
Yeah.
He hasn't won a playoff game. I think that's a problem.
No, if he doesn't have receivers, he's in trouble. I mean, if he doesn't have a win in the playoffs this year,
he's got to get it. He's got to get it.
I really think that for him this year, it's AFC Championship or bust.
He ain't gonna get that far, but
I don't know. I'm man. We're gonna end up writing about it with the website coming and everything. But I think that they might, but I'm still on the fence. I'm still trying to figure out. That North is crazy up there in the AFC North. It's crazy because the Steelers can fuck around and and do some shit with what Tomlin's got going. Here's one I get because we got
Young Truth said Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is one that to me I say yes to, but the way that this team is set up and the way that this whole situation in New York is set up, like it seems like the Jets are prepared for the worst this year. Like they're prepared. Just the way they're talking, it's like kind of like how the Mavs were with Kyrie. It's kind of like, yeah, we got the firepower, we got the guns, but it's not completely set up the way we want it. So, in my opinion, I don't hold the Jets to this standard of you got to do it. To me, it's the Bills and the Dolphins, and if the Jets do it, they do it. For me, it's next year when I expect the Jets to be like, oh shit, like they're here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Jets could do it this year, and there's pressure, but I'm not going to be mad at Aaron Rodgers if the Jets don't go to, like, deep playoff run this year. I'm not going to be mad at him. I'm not going to be mad at the Jets. I'm just going to be like, okay, we'll see. Next year I want to see what's happening. And then you may call me crazy, but someone that I'm looking towards and looking to, besides the Josh Allens, besides the Dak Prescotts, besides the Tuas, bro, guys, Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson needs to have a stellar fucking year. Deshaun Watson fucked up the QB market, and I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying, like, from the outside looking in, people are looking at him. You did your dirty shit, from what people think. Hey, you know how I feel about it, guys. I've talked about it enough. So, Deshaun Watson, do your thing. Not when it comes to that, but do your thing on the football field. People hate you for that. People hate you because you fucked up the QB number. You got all this money, and you were supposed to be suspended. You didn't get suspended for as long as people wanted, and you play for a team that is basically the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC. Not in terms of popularity and shit like that, but in terms of team build. They have a monstrous defense with a top 5 defensive player in the NFL. They actually have two top 5 players at their position in the NFL right now, in Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett on their team. They have the best running back in the NFL, arguably. The only thing they ever thought they needed was a quarterback. And when Baker Mayfield did play well, they beat all their rivals and made it to the second round of the playoffs and retired Ben Roethlisberger. So if I'm looking, and on top of this, Houston Texans fans know the last time Deshaun Watson played, had a full season and was in shape, the only quarterback that we can logically say was better than him is Pat Mahomes. So when I look at the Browns, I'm saying the Browns, it needs to be the Browns versus the Ravens in the second round for who's gonna get to the AFC Championship and win this motherfucker. Like, as far as their thought process, and people think of me like, Russ, you crazy, but really think about what these teams have done and what they're expecting to go through next season. Deshaun Watson needs to perform, and I'm a fan of his. And I hope
he does.
But he needs to perform more
but
than anybody.
But don't you think like the pressure per se? Because the Browns, like, nobody really takes the Browns seriously. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like he's got some time, like another year, a grace year. You know what I'm saying?
I think in public, okay, so you're right about the Browns in terms of them not being a big market team. But in terms of what's been done for Deshaun Watson, and if Deshaun Watson goes out here and bums out, people will not talk about it as much and make their jokes because they're happy about it. Because, like, a lot of people don't want him to succeed. So, like, it's kind of like, yeah, we want him swept under the rug, we want him away, but for the reasons that they want him swept away. But if this man goes out here and performs at the rate he's known to perform at, the Cleveland Browns are going to be Super Bowl contenders. If he doesn't, and they're losers,
ooh, that's a
hot ass take.
That's a hot take.
Well, how's it a hot take?
The Browns, you just said the AFC North is tough. I can think of 3 teams in that division that are better than the Browns.
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
When Deshaun Watson was performing at peak performance with the Houston Texans, they were not contenders in the AFC for Super Bowl?
They were.
When you only have one team.
If Deshaun is going to get back to that.
No, I'm saying, but that's the pressure. That's the pressure, though. Because all this shit done happened, and Cleveland has said, we paid you this money because we believe that you're going to get back to this point. Cleveland fans are sitting back saying, we don't have a fear because we have a top 5 quarterback. If he doesn't perform,
they should be very scared.
They're going to be set back 10 years.
And then who's to say, okay, so let's Kevin Stefanski as the offensive play caller. Like,
his shit's over.
I mean, listen,
if Deshaun Watson doesn't perform under his tutelage, then that says to me
he gonna get fired. If Deshaun ain't it,
okay. Well, let me say this though. Stefanski coming from the tree he comes from, if he can't perform, if Watson can't perform with Stefanski's offense, then Watson's trash. Because Stefanski comes from the San Francisco 49ers, the Kubiaks, that whole tree. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, exactly. He sat out the whole season. He got his grace year to get it back, but the people want him to fail. The question, Young 28, the question is who has the most pressure this season. And to us who like Deshaun, yeah, you do what you do. People hate him. And they're out here saying your grace year was last year when you got to play. Next year, they want to see Deshaun Watson light this motherfucker up, which I believe he will. Which when I say that, y'all say, oh, it's a hot take. I'll say it again so I can stand on that shit.
Please.
If Deshaun Watson plays how he played the year before he got into trouble, where only Patrick Mahomes was the better QB than him in the entire NFL, they will be Super Bowl contenders because they have a defense a la the Dallas Cowboys that can take care of business.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So peak Deshaun Watson with the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me who they're beating. Okay.
You really want my answer?
Yeah, no, I really.
Because you're gonna be like, Russell, you're a Deshaun Watson fan. Everybody.
No, I like Deshaun Watson. I like him.
When I sit here and
let me ask you the question. Though. So, would you take the Browns over the Ravens?
Yes. If Deshaun Watson is playing, and you know how much I love Lamar.
Yeah. No, that's. I want your opinion. Would you take the Browns over the Bengals?
Yes.
Over the Bengals.
Yes. Did you see what Shotgun said? Everyone. Over the Chiefs. No, because that's the only person he wasn't better than, and that's the only person that beat him.
Okay.
That's who beat Deshaun Watson was Patrick.
Over the Bills.
If he runs up on Patrick, I'm a root for Deshaun because I like Deshaun Watson, but Patrick beat him, so I have to go with Patrick on that one.
Over the Bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though I think y'all have more to prove, it's not hate. Even though I think y'all's team, I really think y'all's team is really
But
good.
here's the deal.
But
look,
yeah, man.
The Browns have a really good roster. And we say the same thing about the Browns that we say about the
Cowboys.
Chargers.
They're the Cowboys.
And about the Cowboys. It's like when it comes to the playoffs, coaching matters. And veteran leadership matters. That stuff matters.
But
it
you
matters.
don't think that Deshaun Watson, because we're talking about Deshaun maximum.
For
so
sure.
The way he would, you don't think that Deshaun Watson blinking in the beanie is gonna take the Browns over the he's gonna kill it.
I just think it's tough.
Patty
over Joe Burrow. Look,
he got Joe Burrow. I'm sorry. I'll stand this. I'll stand on this too because Joe Burrow. I love you. I love his game. Peak Deshaun Watson is only second to Patrick Mahomes.
But that's not fair. Look what he said. Yeah, it was only Patty over him. He beat the Bills. That doesn't. Josh Allen was only in his second year. Like Josh Allen's a much better player.
But I think he's talking about in terms of Deshaun Watson. So yes, you're right about Josh. It's his second year, but we're talking about in terms of Deshaun Watson's growth. He beat the Bills when the Bills were surging.
Very young.
But still, we saw the magic of Josh because the Bills tried to steal that game.
Peak, and I'll be a homer on this. Peak Deshaun Watson is not better than peak Josh Allen. He's not. He is.
We disagree.
He's not.
We disagree.
That's okay. That's okay. He's not.
Like and then I like how you said because it's not a comparison that makes me go, eh.
They both can be great.
Bro, all these guys are awesome. Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, all of them are awesome. But I truly believe that if you have peak Deshaun Watson, you are beating everybody except Patrick Mahomes because I saw Patrick Mahomes do it.
Why? Okay. Why are we so loving Deshaun Watson over Josh Allen?
Bro, it's not a love over. You can pick any.
Read the comments. I mean,
no, I see them, but I'm telling you because these are guys I talk with. Like it's not over Josh Allen. It's over anybody. You can pick a quarterback except for Patrick Mahomes,
Joe Burrow, even Joe Burrow.
Yes, like I believe that, bro. I think that Deshaun Watson's shit got people forgetting how cold this guy was.
I'm a big Deshaun Watson fan. I just pump the brakes just a tad. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? He was a coin flip away from beating Patty. And you know what? I'm going to say this. The same thing that failed Josh Allen is the same thing that failed Watson. And that was their defense because Watson was up. He put up points in that game, and Patty torched the defense to come back. Watson was up by 3 touchdowns, 3 scores? Like, I think people really forget the Texans were up in that game. And
I remember watching that game, and it was wild.
The defense
was crazy.
Deshaun Watson is literally like the second best QB in the NFL.
Yeah, there you go, Boogie. That's
Bill
true.
O'Brien's fault. And
it is. Bill O'Brien's trash. Yeah. Bill O'Brien, we talk about trash. Yeah. Bill O'Brien's trash.
Well, look at the Bills and the Texans.
He said, well.
We talk. He hasn't. And I don't want to turn this into a Josh Allen.
No. It's all good. I disagree with that. Josh Allen has not had a season better than peak Deshaun Watson. I believe he has. And if you want, I'll look at some statistics here.
Go bring up statistics, Sterling. Bring them.
While you guys do that, and see, and I could be wrong, but I don't think so. But
all right, well, while Sterling is over there fact checking, all right, we're going to go ahead and dive in the comments here. Sean and Chris have been very active in the comment section. And you know, Sean Shotgun was like, and I love Josh Allen, great player, but he still feels that Josh Allen has not had a season next to prime Deshaun Watson.
We gotta pump the brakes. We gotta pump the brakes. We gotta pump. Keep going, because this is funny. This is funny. Okay, go ahead.
What did you say? I didn't catch on.
Right, so this, I'm gonna bring it back up. Young Truth said this. He said he can, but the way he performed last year, you can't say Watson better than him because of Rodgers performing at his highest level, beating the Jets.
That's unfair, Young 28. Like peak Rodgers is like the best quarterback we've ever fucking seen.
So, and Chris is chiming in from the plane, says Raw Josh went ham and his coach and his previous D. Pause. We say,
Precious dude.
yeah.
So can I chime in on this real quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson has had one season where he's thrown over 30 touchdowns, and that was in 2020. Okay, that was his best season statistically, 70% completion, 4,800 yards, right? I would say that's probably look. Josh Allen has had 3 30-yard plus touchdowns in the season.
I wish. I'm sorry.
And you add the rushing stats to that, I think the case is closed. Case is closed.
Case closed. All right.
You know, Chris, I'm gonna bring out Russ Ruckus for you when it comes to these quarterbacks because, to the contrary belief, like I got a part of me that loves me a stable pocket statue, baby. Peyton Manning, that's peak athleticism at quarterback.
Wait, what did Chris say? Because I missed
Chris said
it.
it's a color thing for us.
Chris don't know that Chris don't know. I love me some Jake the Snake. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jake Del Home, Tricky Steve. Don't get me started on the white quarterbacks I love. Vinny Testaverde, autograph me, please. You know what I'm saying? Like for days, Jeff George. I love me some white QBs, baby.
You talk about all the statues though.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Hey, no,
Chris is the only white dude that I know that'll get on here and tell us we racist.
Yeah, that's why I like Chris, man. That's why I love Chris, bro.
Yeah, I respect him for that.
And then you know what to do? And then you know what to do right after he calls us racist? Disrespect the white dude. Like that right after, yeah. Fuck Sean McDermott too with his no nothing ass. Like it's like, okay, all right.
Chris,
but no,
Chris
it's not,
been
those of y'all, if you've known me like Sterling before, you'd be like, damn, bro, Josh Allen actually proved me wrong. Because I was one of the ones that was like, look at this dude. His accuracy is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can't throw the ball. He's just got a strong arm. Like that's it. And he proved me wrong. So I respect Josh Allen a whole lot. It's just that when you're trying to tell me that he's better than Deshaun Watson peak, we can talk like Shotgun was right when he said, yeah, we're talking about hypotheticals and Deshaun Watson come in and bum it out for sure. If you're talking about who's more likely to bum it out this season, it's Deshaun Watson because we don't know what the fuck is going to happen. Josh Allen's going to come out here and win 12 games. That shit's going to happen. If y'all win less than 12 games, I'll be surprised.
Sure.
Like I only think you're going to lose to the Dolphins maybe once or twice.
Bills got a tough schedule. They could win 11 games. I mean, honestly,
but I'm saying y'all going to have more than double-digit wins. You know what I'm saying? But I truly think that with all that's gone on with Deshaun Watson, I urge everybody watching the broadcast, everybody's subscribe, everybody's watching it later, go watch Deshaun Watson highlights and stats of him when he's at his peak performance, so you can see I'm not just saying the black guy is good.
I know.
He's fucking awesome at quarterback. It's ridiculous how good he is at quarterback.
He was. I hope he can get back to that. That's the whole point.
We do hope.
We hope that he can get back.
He was the evolution.
That touchdown celebration he has when he do. That's my favorite. The one that he does. That one. Yeah. Everything. I hope he does that again.
He's a real football player.
Sure.
Everybody remembers the play. He got kicked in the face with a cleat. Scored. Deshaun Watson is an amazing quarterback, and we do hope he gets back to that form.
Right.
It's just in my humble opinion, if the Browns have him at peak performance, we are going to see a playoff with them in the AFC Championship.
How dope would that be? If the Browns could actually be good again with Deshaun Watson playing Deshaun Watson.
I think they're going to be good. It's going to be awesome. I think they're going to be good.
It would be dope.
Chris, I'm just going to tell you this. You got a lot of things to hate on next year. You got Deshaun Watson. You hope the Browns suck. And the Titans are wearing Oilers.
I'm kind of pissed off at the Texans right now.
What happened?
Why would you trade your first-round pick with Arizona? You gave up your first. That's, to me, with a young team like that, that's stupid. It's dumb.
Like,
You don't get your response. They gonna pop up. One of them shotgun or Chris.
Yeah.
Please tell me.
What young
Because you know, a first-year rookie quarterback, you know, like the whole goal is we're not going to be this bad again, right? But you know, you're giving the keys to a young quarterback. You might as well just keep that first this year and just roll with it, right? Because you know you're going to be picking top 3.
See, well, here's my question to you, Sterling, because one of them I think Chris is going to tell you in a second. So, he said he wouldn't have picked the quarterback. He would have picked his top 3 and picked Caleb. So, what do you do this year if you do pick top 3?
If you're who? I'd rather have Caleb Williams over Stroud.
Of course. Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up. I think Caleb Williams is God's gift to quarterback.
Caleb Williams is the next Patrick Mahomes. I just believe that. He's got it. But, look, Will Anderson, I think he's going to be great. Will Anderson's going to be great. I just feel like, man, like, when you hemorrhage picks like that, you didn't have to. You already had top picks. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do it.
I don't feel bad about what the Texans are doing. I just think that when you have a plan, you have to make sure that you get your picks right. So, like, if Anderson works, if CJ Stroud works, it will work.
With the first year head coach and DeMeco Ryans.
But to me, it's not about. See, like, I feel you, Shotgun and Sean. I feel you, Sean. Like, I feel you. Like, you have your picks and everything, but I feel like whatever your plan is, no matter what it is, if you do the right things in each step of the plan from getting to A to Z, like, your plan will work. So, like, right now, we're watching their plan. CJ Stroud, while he may not be as good as Caleb in our opinion, he may end up being the best quarterback ever. He may end up being the worst. He may end up doing whatever. As long as you hit on each individual prospect enough to do a good job, then your plan will work. So to me, it's not necessarily, why would you give up this? It's like, you gave it up, do something with it. Like, I commend the Vikings, because the Vikings, they traded Stephon Diggs and drafted the best receiver in the NFL right now. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can't say shit to them, because it's like, damn, you gave up Stephon Diggs. We know you, Bills, everybody know how cold he is. But you look at Justin Jefferson, you say, yeah, Stephon ain't that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're gonna make your moves, like, make your moves to where they work. Like, who the fuck trades their number 1 overall quarterback pick after, like, they've been there? Yeah, but you did it for Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? So make your moves. Right. You know what I'm saying? So and right now, like, Amari Cooper, like, they're making their moves work. So the Browns, watch out.
Watch
out. All right, so Young True says he should have built up the team more. Anderson, a good move. He'll be great. CJ got to come with it. Those high expectations and no weapons or protection. And Chris just commented. Chris says, what did he say? I just finished the Allen 2009 stats applied to the drought era, and it's still McDermott. God damn it, Josh.
It all goes back to McDermott. When it comes to Chris, it's going to go back to McDermott. But now,
okay, look.
And Sean just said that Josh Allen has not had a season better than peak Deshaun Watson. He has. You got to look at the Russian too. He had accounted for more touchdowns. And then when you look at the all 22 film, it says a different story. I'm just saying, like,
I gotta say the fact that they're opposites, because normally we'd make that argument for the black guy, like, you gotta look for the Russian, and so I will say, Sterling, yeah, like, I think, damn, this should have been the either or for today.
We could do that. We could find some more, but yeah, I'm just saying it's a fun discussion, because I like Deshaun Watson too. Like, I wish none of that would have happened to him.
You know why it's so fun? It's because, yeah, Sean, like, stats don't lie. We was wrong about the stats, because Josh Allen puts in work. It's just the eyeball test and what we're going to see this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Indeed. So let's go ahead. just quickly touch on the bet stamp thing. We're not going to really make picks here because I don't know how to do shit. But apparently, as Chris said, yeah, motherfucker, look at the banner. We went 3-0. We undefeated with our picks. Yeah, bang.
Yeah, Chris, you chose to take off today, but I know you in the chat talking some shit now. Talk some shit now. My bet was right. Talk some shit. Talk some shit. Russell's our anchor, holding us down. Not no more. I'm flying high.
We flying, baby. 3-0, undefeated.
Hey, no lie. No,
it is.
Sushi.
All right. So look, shout out to the good people at Bet Stamp. Also, you know, you can use the Sushi code to go ahead and apply to get yourself some extra betting capital or what have you. And if you got a problem, where should they go, Russ?
If you have any type of problems, please dial 1-800-GAMBLER. We do not need you gambling for the last bit of your money. We don't need you gambling to prove a point. We don't need you gambling if you have a problem. Gambling is fun. Keep it that way. If you have any problems, again, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Do not bet your last dollar because we are not responsible for Uncle Sal or Tyrone up the street coming to you, breaking your legs or shooting your car windows out. Thank you.
Ain't no problem. But we're going to go ahead and get to everybody's favorite segment to take us out. Yours and mine. All you got is either or. I like that one, Russ. I like that.
Hey, yo, 28, you got me live, so I'm winding it up for you today, baby. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so we got the either or. You know what I'm talking about? So we're going to do it real quick today. Either or, I want to take you guys back with all the running back position stuff going down. I think that those of us who are under the age of 30 are forgetting how important running backs are to the game and how we were blessed to see so many great running backs. So my either or for today is, would you rather have CJ2K, the mighty Chris Johnson from the Titans, or OJ the Juice Man Simpson? Let's go! Let me see what y'all got to say, because I got Bills Mafia in the building. I got a bunch of people from the early 2000s in the building. I want to see what y'all say. What's y'all's pick, baby?
You see how Chris tried to get cute with the pictures. He didn't put the Bills, OJ, up there. He put the San Francisco 49ers up there.
Don't try to separate yourself from the goal.
Yeah. So,
hey, his son did it anyways. That's
I laughed.
Hey, yo, we can get into it.
I laughed at this shit for a different reason.
I'm YM Melly in this shit.
Because when I seen either or and the two names, I immediately thought of some other shit. I was like, oh, goddamn. Goddamn, Russell. And if you know, you know. And I ain't going to dry snitch, nothing like that. But, you know, I got to go with the GOAT on this one, man. My GOAT, CJ2K.
Oh, CJ!
Oh, man.
CJ was. I think people forget how nice CJ was.
It's hard because, like, how many of us really none of us watched OJ? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would pick CJ as well. I just like that style of running. It's just how fast he was, right? Like that to me was entertaining. Like, and then I can't. Every time I look at OJ, I just think of yours truly. You know what I'm saying? This nigga is just. Look, you do what you do, OJ.
You niggas, man.
You do what you do, but
you
this
niggas,
nigga, he's a fucking cornball. When he's talking about he ain't black, I'm OJ. Nigga, shut the fuck up with your black ass, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, you know OJ was a nigga. That's why OJ said that shit. OJ said that because he knew niggas would get riled up.
No, he ain't saying that because the nigga, he's OJ's a fucking.
Go and say it.
He's a fucking coon.
You know what?
He's a fucking coon, and you know it.
You know what?
Fuck OJ, dog. And he was a Buffalo Bill. He was a Bill. He was a fucking Bill. But I can't fuck with OJ on that.
Oh shit.
Fuck OJ, nigga.
I love OJ.
Listen, and I love white women.
OJ was the first. You know why people hate OJ? Because OJ was the first nigga to say, "Hey, look, I'm better than you, my nigga. I'm sorry."
nigga.
What that? I don't
Yours
know.
truly.
about
He was the
anything
best
about-
guy around.
I
He was about to get
don't
murdered.
know
What
anything about it.
murder?
All I know is this. All I know is this. O.J. Simpson was the first man to eclipse 2,000 yards in a season. 14 games.
Murder, come again.
Hey, murder up in the streets. They call it murder. But I did and they had to
Little murder, little Bone Thug shout out right there.
You know what?
Yeah.
All I know is if you could tell me where OJ was convicted of murder, I will tell you where he committed a crime. Other than that, his son did it. He was the first guy to go over 2,000. He was the first guy, and his son. I have a whole podcast about how I know his son did it. And OJ honestly is the realest nigga in it. You already know. You know what I'm saying? He got murderer of the year 2 times in a row.
Yes.
What they give him? They acquitted him and said the glove didn't fit. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta know OJ didn't do that shit. But hey, no. But real talk, OJ is the first in all football fronts. OJ is the first NFL running back to eclipse 2,000 yards in a season. Did that shit in one season, 14 games, not 16, not 18, 14 games, and gave all the credit to his offensive lineman when he did it. Nigga selfless, y'all.
That's because they were taking this nigga golfing in the offseason. Fuck him.
You know what I'm saying? And he finished, but hold up. He finished the season with back-to-back games of 219 yards and 200 yards, knowing he needed to get it when he finished with 2,003 yards on the season ended. Per someone that watched it, my father, OJ the Juice Man was the only nigga he ever saw that walked into the end zone. He said every other guy would shake people going. OJ was the only and the first person you saw break through and walk to the end zone.
Guess what?
That ain't no man. That's the motherfucking Juice.
And when the police came, he walked.
You know what? He walked right out the motherfucking door. We gonna call him OJ Freeman.
Boy, he was in that Bronco. He was in that whipping in that Bronco.
You know what? And OJ running to this day and they can't catch him. They can't catch him. But I give it to OJ hands down. I will tell the truth. I think that O.J. Simpson is possibly the best running back to ever play the game of football. I think that we are jaded by the fact that he killed some white woman, or we thought he killed some white woman, or he may have killed some white woman. Whatever you think. You know what I'm saying? We're jaded by the thought of the court case.
He killed 2 niggas.
We don't know what he did. And OJ wrote a book to tell you what he would have done if he did do it. Don't worry about it. If he did do it, he did. If it was a fifth,
what to do with the gloves?
If was a fifth, OJ would be in jail, but he's not, and he's better than.
You know what? You know what the next story about OJ gonna be called? Niggerella.
But you know what? The clock
Niggerella.
The clock turned to 12, and they didn't get a chance to turn into a pump.
Niggerella.
Yes, young true 28. Yes, O.J. Simpson is the best player not named Adrian Peterson to run a fucking football.
I'll take
it. What about Bo Jackson?
Didn't get 2,000.
He didn't do it long enough.
Keep going.
Barry Sanders, he's my favorite running back.
No, hold on. Let me tell y'all something. A weird fact, and y'all can look it up. No, I'm telling y'all, look this up. O.J. Simpson is one of the only guys to reach 2,000 in this upper echelon of running back.
I believe you.
Emmitt Smith did not reach 2,000 in 1 year. LaDainian Tomlinson did not reach 2K in 1 year. Adrian Peterson did it. Barry Sanders did it. Jamal Lewis did it.
I said Jamal Lewis did do it.
A lot of your favorite running backs that you're thinking of did not hit 2K. Hitting 2,000 yards in one season means something when you're talking about being the greatest running back of all time, and you cannot be the greatest running back of all time if you did not hit 2K. CJ2K is named CJ2K because he did what, guys?
He hit 2,000 yards.
I don't really care about 31 TDs because Ezekiel Elliott led the league in touchdowns last year. He ain't got no job. Like, you can lead the league in touchdowns by running 1 yard, 2 yards, in a cloud of dust. To get 2,000 yards in one season of football, you got to be that dog, and you got to be working. And your team has got to – I think the only NFL player that we have right now that can get to 2,000 yards in one season is Saquon Barkley. Maybe Dalvin Cook if he gets the carries.
No love for Priest Holmes?
Only one. No, did he get 2K?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't think he did. I had a list. I gotta look it up again. But let me get the list. Let me get the list because y'all will be shocked. There's only like 8 dudes, bro. There's only 8 guys, bro. And like out of all of them, you're really
Eric
looking
Dickerson
like
didn't
Barry,
hit 2000, did he?
Peterson. Adrian Peterson's one of them. Yes, he's one of them.
You got
the first.
And I'll take Eric Dickerson over OJ.
The first one to do it though, in less games, is O.J. Simpson, 2,003 yards, 03. We got 1984, Eric Dickerson, 2,105 yards. Barry did it 2,053, less than Eric. We had Terrell Davis at 2008. Jamal Lewis had 2,066 in his historic season. Let's remember in that season in 2003, I don't think the Ravens scored for like a month. That may have been the 2000 team, but I think that was 03. They didn't score offensive touchdown in a long-ass time. Chris Johnson had 2,006 yards. For retrospective, 16 games, 2,006 yards. 14 games, OJ had 2,003 in 14 games and back-to-back 200-yard games to seal it. Clutchness. Adrian Peterson, the only other running back I'll give you credit for, 2,097 in one. And then you had Derrick Henry reach the 2,000-yard mark with the Tennessee Titans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys. Yeah, I was right. 8 guys, and only 8 in the history of the entire game have done this 2K mark. So I don't want to hear about the other guys, but only.
So Barry was in there, right?
No, I believe you.
You said Barry hit 2K, right?
Barry's the one that I'll take the argument from.
For sure. But fuck OJ.
Fuck OJ, man.
OJ is shit, bro.
I'm with you on
OJ,
fuck OJ.
I fuck with OJ. I fuck with OJ heavy. OJ Simpson is the best running back I have ever seen on highlights that I couldn't see live, not named, no name, because he's the best.
Like
I will take OJ out of anybody. I'll take OJ Simpson over any running back before my era.
Mm-hmm. Damn, that was a good ass show.
It was. Look, man. If outside of the guys you named, I mean, shit, dude. There's only you know what? No, I'm not even.
The only niggas. Let's be honest. The only niggas that you're thinking about right now, and they didn't have 2K, and people are stunned about, is Emmitt Smith and Walter Payton.
Okay. Now I'm gonna say this. I've been an Emmitt Smith fan when I was a kid. I don't believe that you could have been a kid in the '90s that followed football and not like one of the triplets, like at least one of the triplets. It's kind of impossible.
1731. That was his peak.
Emmitt was dope. Emmitt was dope.
Yeah.
I'm a Cowboys fan. I love Emmitt, but he ain't better than Emmitt.
Nah, he ain't.
He's not overrated.
I wouldn't say that. He did play with the best offensive line known to existence. But he was good.
He's not overrated because he did it, U28. He's not overrated because he did it. Now, what you're saying, I get, because as a Cowboys fan, I used to say this all the time. It's like, Emmitt Smith, I love him, but like I would trade him for Barry. I would have traded him for there's someone else I'm missing in that time that played, but I would have traded. LaDainian Tomlinson is your favorite back, young True 28. You just let that be known with a couple of your comments. I'm not hating on you for it, but you're letting us know that you like LT more than anybody. No hate, because LT
it's not
is
a bad
probably
pick either.
No, he's like top 8, top 7, top 8 all time. He's dope, but he ain't Barry, Emmitt, or OJ. OJ Simpson is a dog, bro. Like,
it'd be one thing if you said like AP, like you put AP up there.
AP
is like.
To me,
I can't. It's hard for me to find many backs better than AP.
To me personally, Adrian Peterson is the best running back I ever seen in my own 2 hours.
Bruh.
Ooh, you can't. But we are talking about running back in the position played at that time, so they didn't catch a lot of passes. But you are right. Barry had the ability to catch passes. You know what? I'm gonna say I'll give you that.
I think he's making a case for LaDainian.
Oh, my bad. LaDainian.
Then if you're gonna do that, then you gotta say Marshall Faulk.
Because we do.
Now you got you.
You know what I'm saying? So
you see, like when we talk about receiving running backs, Marshall Faulk is probably the GOAT.
Where does Brian Westbrook?
He's not better than Marshall Faulk.
Is he a top 10 receiving back?
Yes, but he's not better than Marshall
Brian
Faulk.
Westbrook. Brian Westbrook.
He top 10. But he's not like when we talk about like if Marshall Faulk was to be let's not talk about how they're fucking running backs over with contracts. But if Marshall Faulk was to play in today's game, like Curtis Martin was a fucking dog. He was a fucking dog.
Curtis Martin, that's a good one.
You know this, Sterling. That's a good one. That's a good one, Chris. Yeah, that's a good one. Because Curtis Martin, very, very much. But when we're talking about these guys that I'm talking about running back, y'all know from our day and age, a running back wasn't a pass catcher. That nigga toted the offense. Like a running back in the 90s and early 2000s was a guy that you said, look, bro, we can't pass it because cornerbacks can still jam. So we ain't getting open. We need you to run against this box and get it done. And only certain guys, Jamal Lewis, Amon Green was great in Green Bay. He had fumbleitis, but
once he signed with the Texans, that's when he just said, you know what, I'm chilling.
Yeah, he was doing money at that point.
Yeah. Steven Jackson. Oh no, I don't know about that. Okay, so
Steven Jackson was hey man, I like the way this guy runs. Yeah. He did. Steven Jackson toted that pill. Like when he said, "Hey, y'all know." Back in the day, phrases have left us in sports. Like we used to see phrases like "he toting that thing." Like Steven Jackson was the epitome of he toting that thing. Like we could just give him this bitch, and he gonna make it. He gonna make it work.
Like
or as he say, he gonna make it twerk. Like how he gonna do it?
They gonna make it twerk.
Before twerking meant something else, it meant getting down in the offense.
Ward Dunn was a good back to watch back then as well.
Great one. Jamal Lewis. Jamal Adams.
Jamal Adams.
Yes. The Dirty Bird nigga?
Yeah.
Y'all remember the Dirty Bird nigga?
Yeah,
what?
Remember that.
Who else was a good running back around
Ricky Waters.
Ricky Waters. No, I said Priest Holmes was a
Marshawn Lynch. We always forget, like he's one of the best running backs that tote that thing. I'm surprised he didn't get 2,000. He got like 1,700 one year. But like there's a lot of guys we can go back, but the running back position is just shitted on now. But I do think in closing, Ricky Williams. Oh my God, thank you, Young True. I am an Oklahoma fan, so fuck Texas, but Ricky Williams, like he was a dude that was like, yo, give it to me. What was they gonna put in there? Give it to me. We don't have to give it to me. Just give it to me.
Let's just go ahead and just say is Ricky Williams at UT and Ricky Williams when he played for the Dolphins, because when he was with the Saints, it was no bueno.
I think y'all wanted a little bit too much from him.
Well, you think they gave up like 2 draft picks?
Shit, y'all gave it up. Shit,
y'all gave it up. Yeah, just gave the pussy up, the whole pussy up, and it was like,
all of it.
And we paid for it then. DeMarco Murray did have that one crazy year. So shout out to Chris for this one. He did.
DeMarco Murray is another one. DeMarco Murray is another one that's like that. That is one that is like, yeah, he did his thing. 1 second.
If we come back and then we go ahead and close it out. But real quick, next week I do have a show planned. It's going to be titled I cheat on my football team. I'm going to cheat on my favorite team. So we're going to go ahead and kind of go into a subject of can you and will you cheat on your favorite professional team, and how much is being a fan like being in a relationship? And yes, the similarities are fucking crazy. Garrison Hurst. Garrison Hurst was pretty cold too. He said game day 98. God damn, that's a game I haven't heard in a while.
I remember that game.
I mean, no, Young Truth said y'all disrespect not mentioning Clinton Portis, Frank Gordon, and Ed James. All you backs from the U. Look, man, Clinton Portis dog was always a beast to me. I do forget, about his playing time, because around that time you had so many other good backs. But his time, whenever he was with Washington, whatever they're going to change their new name to, but the Washington Redskins was probably my favorite. Yeah, man, and I wish Florida Dale was here because he could go ahead and talk about this in a little bit more in depth. because he was there actually in the University of Miami. So he would just regularly see these guys, walking around campus and stuff. But yeah, like they had Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, Frank Gore, all and was it Walter Payton III?
My bad. All right, so let me just say this. Clinton Portis, I apologize. Young 28, if you would have asked me, Russell, who would you pick over all these guys as your favorite? Like, no accolades? Like, I love Clinton Portis more than these motherfuckers. If you want to go find some dog fights, I got some niggas in Mississippi that's getting it popping right now. Quote. I love Clinton Portis. Adrian James, the edge was dope. But no, yeah, I think Young 28 said the early 2000s was the golden era of running backs. It really was. To see what they're doing to running backs now, running backs, and I think this is a good way to close it. And y'all close whatever you want to close it, because running backs are the only position in football that can supplement the quarterback.
Explain.
Say that again.
Explain.
Running backs in football are the only position that can supplement the quarterback. So when I say that, what I mean by that is, if I have a team and I have a great running back, I can get a quarterback, a good coach, and we can win this whole motherfucking thing. Because all I need the quarterback to do at that point with a good running back is make 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 5s, you know what I'm saying, the occasional play action pass downfield. Because our offense is going to be based on running the ball. Once the defense comes up, we're expecting you to make all the easy throws that are available. Over the top, quick slants. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're boxing it. You know what I'm saying? So, no other position on the offensive side of the football can supplement the quarterback like that. Like, this is why I think what's happening to running backs is bullshit. The only position, Saquon Barkley is the only person that could have got Jones $40 million. No, I think, Chris, but that's okay. So that's what I'm saying. It's not a replacement of the quarterback. It is our quarterback is not tier 1. He's tier 3. But our running back is tier 1. We find out that Ryan Tannehill is booty because he has Henry. If Henry played on a team with a tier 2 quarterback, if Henry played with Jimmy Garoppolo, they could get this shit done. If Jared Goff had Todd Gurley in the Super Bowl, real Todd Gurley, they could have got that shit done. Because if you have a tier 1 running back, it is the only position that will allow you to have a subpar quarterback, besides saying our entire defense is the 2000 Ravens.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna have to close it out now. I don't have all the little shit to go ahead and stuff. So I'm gonna just tell you right here. If you're viewing, thank you for viewing in. You can go ahead. You can follow us. Want to follow us, Sports Sushi at Twitter or X, whatever it's going to be called now. All one word, Sports Sushi. You want to follow us on Instagram is sports_sushi. Also, before we get out of here, be sure to tune in for the show August 1st. We're going to launch our website, sportsushi.com, I'm hoping, where you'll see contributions from myself, Sterling, Russ, Chris, Florida Dale, and a couple other guys that we're going to have contribute. I know we got some pieces in the works. I'm going to have some write-ups about WWE and all the other bullshit coming up. So
big bangers, y'all. Sorry to interrupt you, but big bangers. We talking once the website launches, sportsushi.com, you'll be able to see write-ups about, what does Russell think about in-depth division championships and losers, in-depth college football predictions about the conferences and what players are going to shine, in-depth talk and write-ups about NBA, what we think teams are going to do. So y'all keep an eye on that. And guys, there's one thing that we didn't touch on that's going to launch really soon. And that's going to be the Sports Sushi Fantasy Football League. So at all of these different social media, Sterling's social media. If you got my social media, that's at Big 30 Truth on Twitter and on Instagram. You can also find me on Instagram at at RL Klein SP. You can find me at that too. But go ahead and find us, each of us, DJ Slow Boogie, That's Sterling Furrow. Find us. Ask us if you want to be a part of the Sports Sushi Fantasy Football. Let us know. It is going to be paid. It is going to be paid. So you will have to pay your way into it, but you will get a prize coming out of it. I will let people know. Fantasy football is done around these parts. I don't know about y'all too, but for the whole, there's 12 to 13, 14 spots. We're going to fill them, and everybody that fills them can play this game. I'm just going to warn people. I got a guy that lets people know he hates me. He wins fantasy football games. There's a guy that chases dollars. He wins fantasy football games. Sterling, you look like a man that wins fantasy football games. I win fantasy football. I'm actually called the Buffalo Bills of my fantasy football leagues. I've been to so many Super Bowls and lost all the motherfuckers.
All right.
So y'all be on the lookout for that. We're going to try and hit y'all with that again. RL Climb SP or Big 30 The Truth on all your social media platforms. Fuck with us, man. We here for you.
All right. So like, subscribe, hit the bell, man, and be sure to tune in with us next week. Fuck with us. And if you don't,
fuck
peace.
you. And you know what? I got